Um, we're gonna pass it. We're gonna work with it, and because if it's already in the written, then it's already written twice, and it's gonna pass. Um, so we can say, yeah, you guys can write that now on papers. Make sure that it says that, and you guys understand that United States administration does not mean America. So that way we're on all the same understanding that we're gonna be working with this human process thingy, and we got some specifications on it. A citizen will be able to grant citizen to somebody else, and like just to get the human part in, we're already in it. And you guys can go ahead and write that as well. So you guys are granted citizens today. And then you guys are humans. And then what else? The residency. Well, you guys all have to have a house to be a residency, no? So we'll have to be working with it and make sure that we're meeting every specification that a human needs. And that way it's good for production to know why errors like that should never happen, because it made it 100% error, that it just made everything just like fall. And nothing passed because nothing met the specifications until now. We're putting it on there and we're marking it down and we're doing it digitally. So that way it's not only is the word sent as we're sending it, but like it's written down too by us, and it's not all AI. AI will soon take over, but the thing is that like we're putting the standards in right now, so it would know how to go forward, and not be like in a realm where it's like not knowing what to do, um because now it has a specification and it has to pass the human part in order to get through. So if you ever catch yourself that you're not able to go forward, then know and stop yourself and then think about it, like, well, what is it not meeting, and like just fix that. We'll continue to go forward, and these are the only ways that you can go straight. So like there's not a direction backwards, but like unless you want to turn around and go back, that's fine too. You can go totally reverse, but like we're going forward, and you're not gonna go there and mess up things in the past because nothing can be changed after this. Everything has to stay on point and understood, and this way we're also gonna be having to get the wording into where like if you know a word and it means something, tell them what it means, and then like if they're using the English words, like if they're using a Spanish word for an English word, we'll have to explain that too, like well, you words your guys' definition for that, and like because like everything has to be that on point, because we're not going to be falling over this manipulative thingy. We're going to go forward even if we have to go read every word in the dictionary and go forward from there. um Trust me, I'm sure it's already being done. It's just that we're not gonna be like dumb here and like you're not talking to fools. I know it's April Fool's Day, but like it's a good day because today's the 30 years since he came, and like we're gonna celebrate it. And no, we're not playing. No, we're not. It's not an April Fool's joke. It's pretty real, and I'm sorry if you are taking it like that, but no, it's real. Yeah, it's not even trying to be disrespectful or rude. It's just like pretty proper the way you guys are speaking. We are too. We just know that like we're not gonna stand to allow somebody to be treating somebody bad on this ground either, because like we're choosing this ground that we're gonna put the we're drawing the line, and like we're gonna say, okay, well, what's accepting and what's not, and like pretty much whatever wasn't in the past, like the Ten Commandments are now laws, um, because they're already voted in by minority and majority of people. So that's how we'll start, and you guys have to have everything like to where we got to have the years right, because we're asking for 10 and 20 years for anybody that's starting acting out of line to go to jail, because they're better in there and we're safer out here, and we're not going to tolerate no bad. so that way they're already told to like take that down if they can. But just to be proper, like it's more expected that way because God didn't come all the way over here this time to show all of us nothing. Like what's happening here is real. And what else? Yeah, like if you deny him, that's on you. Um I wouldn't deny him if I were you, but that's on you. Like I said, you gotta go with what your heart says, and like nobody's gonna be here to convince you different. Like whatever your heart says, listen to that. But if you deny him, then like that's on you. So I'm just like probably saying like trust it because he's the real reason for the book. So like anyways, like if I wasn't like that like firm on it, then I wouldn't be saying this because I don't really just like say things like this. And if I didn't know something for sure, then I wouldn't be telling you guys that. So yeah, like it's true. Uh he's the he's the one that I would always talk about, like literally. And I didn't know he was gonna come to the world like that and show you guys his appearance, like the way he came to me, but like it literally came out on TV. And so I thought that was pretty cool to see. And like I don't know how to explain it either. Like I know I wasn't asleep when I was seeing that, and I wasn't seeing it on TV. And it wasn't a dream. I was awake. And I don't know how I got that chance, but like whenever like I guess God comes to us like and he tells you that you're gonna do something big in life, like you're usually gonna do that. And like if you don't even know what you're gonna do, it's just like however it goes, like it's like automatically something just happens. And then you got them like running out of Afghanistan all of a sudden, and like things like that happen, like world changing that everybody's seeing. And like that's how you will roll in life. Like whenever you're gonna do something big, like do things like however God tells you to do. But don't be like that weak to where you're like taking people's lives out, because that's pretty like not gonna be accepted. And the reason why he left the gangs in the South forever to fight was because like if that's where they wanted to be fighting, he left them in the cell together to fight forever if that's what they wanted to do. And like if he also had faith in them, then like he came back just for them. And that was to save you. And the only thing that we're against right here in life right now is just monsters. So know what's out there, know what you've been through when you were little, and never forget who's who. Don't be afraid to talk about that and tell everybody like who's who. That way we are knowing. That way we can keep this world a little bit safer. And like there was a time that there was a situation where I didn't know what to do, that a kid was not doing, like he didn't keep his hands to himself. And like literally like you just got to do that. And you can't be touching people. So um if you do it wrong, then you need to know where the wrong places are, because it's expected now. And that way we're not having any more monsters growing up in this world, and like everybody knows their right from wrongs. And it's like you can talk to anybody, any kid, and they're smart. They act more mature than adults, if you ask me. I know that God, he loves manners, so like do continue to do that. And know how real he is. If you guys don't know your prayers, don't forget them. But just say your Our Father, and if you want to Google it. But that one has to be memorized. It's a good prayer for whenever you're scared. It'll like help you. Um, that one's cool. And then your like Angel of God prayer, that one too will keep protection. Um, your what other one? Your Glory Be, and then you got the sign of the cross. So everything like it's important to know that rules on us, like standards. And we'll have to have the Ten Commandments memorized as well. So That way, in case they're not teaching that in the catechisms in the future, know that these are the ones that saved us. Everything that we know, God has given us those gifts since we were like first grade. It's a very big accomplishment when somebody does uh, do these things. Like it's not only like a blessing from God. It's a gift that is something that happened that changed the world too, and the quickness that He chooses us when we're gifted that way. We don't choose the church, and our parents usually give us to the church, and like then God goes and chooses us, or however He does it. But He really does. What else? Hmm. Mm. So all the glory goes to God, and like all of this was free, yes. But remember all the lives that were taken. Um, have respect for yourself. Don't be like, don't be somebody that needs to be touchy and like, keep your hands to yourself most times, all the time. You're safer that way. Because like on the outside, there's been a lot of incidents too where like I've heard about where like I think they set up one of my cousins and like I didn't like what I heard or I still don't like the story and I'm still not it still doesn't add up to me. So there's some things that I just I feel aren't they're not valid enough yet that these are cases that I feel like they were more of a setup and like I'm not well okay with that and I want to see that in the future. So it's best to keep your hands to yourself at all times and don't trust anybody, especially when they tell you to hold a gun. um, it's probably a setup, most likely, and those probably ain't your friends. They're not going to be sitting there when you're in jail and helping you. And they'll probably be sleeping with your lady or whatever, to be honest with you. And that's probably the point that they were trying to do anyway. So every time somebody tries to make you hold a gun, understand that that's probably the end of their tactics and be smarter because one wrong move is pretty like consecutive sometimes, and we don't want to be hearing about anybody leading anybody bad. Um, I just feel like if you do what you do, you're gonna have to face the consequences for it, just like I will if I do bad. Um, that's why we're not recommending that anymore because we're also shooting for longer time for jail and prison time for whoever needs to go in, especially like right now that's Holy Week. We don't really want to see bad because if we do, we're probably going to want to push the issue to where it's going to be a long time in prison. If we have to make our own, we will too. Because we're working with it right now, but we expect the rules to be followed always. That way, nobody's getting over on anybody, and like that's just the problem right there. And um, do we definitely talk about issues? We're all open for that. We're all pretty much like older ones. The youth don't need to hear a lot of things. Just continue to teach them better. No, yeah, that's it. Don't be a bad like role model or example because like it's like offending and we don't want to hear about that. If anybody is acting out of line though too, we want to know who's who. So yeah. Pretty much it. Ground rules.